I talk about everything being energy. Everything in this universe is made up of energy. Me, you, the phone I'm recording on, the bed I sleep in, like everything is made up of energy. Our thoughts, our emotions are energy in motion. Today, I like to call it Movement Monday because in my head, I don't know, I love a bit of alliteration. So Movement Monday. But why is this important? Movement isn't just about moving the body. So it's really important that we move the body so that the lymphatic system can move. But what about your energy? Do you move your energy? What does that mean? So by moving your body, that helps move stagnant energy in your body. But what about your thoughts and your emotions? When did you last move those? Something's happened in my life recently that's just made me want to share with you. I'm thinking Movement Monday, so I was like, oh yeah, move your body and stuff. But actually I focused on that quite a bit. I wanted to talk about energy and moving the energy that's within you and how important it is. Because if we don't move it, it stagnates. And the things that were going on in my life were very much, it was stagnating because I was stepping into fear. And fear is a very low vibrational emotion. It's not that we shouldn't feel it. We should, fear can be good and it can be helpful, but we just shouldn't stay in that. And I had sat into fear, and that is not my natural state. My natural state is like joy and abundance and excitement about stuff. But I had stepped into fear. Why I'm sharing it with you is because, like I said, fear is low vibrational. So when I'm in a state of joy and abundance, everything flows. And I've been told I'm really, really lucky. And people are like, oh, you're so lucky. I'm like, I believe we create our own luck, actually. And I'm not going to say, yes, I am lucky, but we create our own luck. So when I'm joyful and feeling abundant, my life flows effortlessly. And that's when people say stuff like, oh, you're so lucky and all good stuff always happens to you. And I'm like, yeah, and no matter what happens, I believe it will be okay. So no matter, I try not to label things negative or positive. They just are. And then I get to respond to it how I want. But anyway, I'm kind of digressing. So when I'm in a state of joy, abundance flows, my life flows, everything flows effortlessly, the synchronicities, the opportunities, the people that I meet. When I'm in a state of fear, when I sit into fear, which isn't often, and I really did in the last week, sat into fear, and I had people asking me if I was okay. Are you okay? You don't seem right. No, because they can tell my energy, no matter how much I'm putting on a brave face about it. Inwardly, I was feeling fear. And what that did to my outer world was stagnation. And things stopped flowing. So it had an impact on my business. It had an impact on my family, my mood, everything, because I was stepping into fear. And then, fortunately, I am an intuitive guide and I'm quite intuitive and I can converse with spirit. And my beautiful friend in spirit was like, get moving, get out, stop. I literally hibernated and just pulled myself away, which sometimes we need to do, but I was sitting in fear. That's not good. So I got a kick up the bum from spirit to get moving, get out, get in nature, move your body, connect with people. So towards the end of last week, I was stuck in fear. I was panicking. I was so up in my head. What's going on? How am I going to work this out? And then come Thursday, I was like, right, I sing in a choir, haven't been for ages. Made myself go. And I went, and that shifted my energy. I went from being in fear and at the beginning of the session feeling really fearful and like, oh my God, I'm going to work all of this out and blah, 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 and what if and what if it. And then actually by the end of it, I was like, oh, it's all going to be all right. It's going to be all right. And then I'm human. I woke up on Friday and was like, ooh, back into the fear. So I was like, right, connect with good people. Which I did. I connected with a beautiful friend of mine, just and offloaded a little bit. Don't like to do that, but she's amazing and just was like brilliant, like just lush. So connected with good people. Saturday, got out in nature, went to another friend's house, raised my vibration, stepped away from the fear, got out of my head, and everything's back in the flow. So this is why I wanted to share it. This is how it works, okay? Everything is energy. If you're giving into energy and you're allowing your head to rule and be like, what we doing, what we doing, what we doing, how do we work this out, how do we work it out? It makes no space for the universe to deliver it, for you to surrender to it. Move your energy, get out of your head. What do you need to do? For me, and for all of us, to be fair, get out in nature, connection with good people, and I'll do that piece. And get out in nature, connection with good people, and my brain's gone, like heart-led, be heart-led. Just so you like moving your body. So yeah, my getting out in nature meant I went for a walk, and I like walked most of Saturday. So if you're feeling stuck in your head, you're fearful and you're stressed, shift the energy, move your body, get out in nature and connect, raise your vibration. So that's 4 things actually, and raise your vibration. But all of those 3 things will raise your vibration. So anyway, love ya.